Hey guys, Michael Kelly here today with your daily 3 sales tips. Today's a little bit different. I'm going to talk about basically positivity, a positive mindset, and the real variable to success, which I believe is creativity. So I'm going to make a real short video. It's about this whole thing is a community and a conversation. It's to get engagement between top producers and beginners and just everybody help each other to grow and get better, increase your sales and increase your income. So today's more about mindset and the way that you're thinking about the approach and how you're handling certain situations. So the first one for today is stop looking at problems as obstacles. Every problem has a solution. So instead of looking at a problem as an obstacle, look at it as an opportunity to find the solution. So your job as a salesman is a problem solver. You're a firefighter. You're selling a product, but you're creating solutions for the problems that your prospect or customer might have. So that's why creativity is the variable, because you need to be creative and come up with these solutions rather quickly. And I mean, here's an example. Mr. Jones might say to you, "Great, I enjoyed everything you told me about your product or service. The real thing, Michael, is I want to do some more research and find out if I can get a better deal or what the other thing. I just want to do a little bit more research before I make a commitment." Now, the best way to handle that is always first agree. "Mr. Jones, I totally agree with you. I think that you should absolutely do more research. You should get as much research before you make this decision as possible." Now, the best time to do that research is right here with me. I'm the expert on this product or service, so the best research you're going to get is by asking me questions. So any questions or things that you would want to look up or find out, you can get that from me right here today. I'm your advisor. I'm your expert in this product or service. So you're not going to find a better source of research than me right here today. So you kind of take the fact that they want to go out and look around by making sure that you tell them, "Hey, I know more than anything, more than anyone, anywhere, any place you're going to find. I'm the wealth of information on this exact product or service." So if you want to do some research, now's the time to do it by asking me questions, because I can answer anything that you would be able to look up, and I can put it in any terms that you would like so that you could really, really understand it. So take the problem that he wanted to do more research. The solution is, okay, you want to do some more research? Do it with me right here today. So that's number one. Take your problems, stop thinking about them as obstacles, and start thinking about them as a solution. Think of it as, how can I find the solution? What is the solution? And be creative, guys. That's the fun part about sales. That's the exciting part. You get to deploy different tactics and try out different things. This is one of the, it's like baseball. I mean, you have a million at bats. You can tweak your swing every single time you step up to the plate. You have the ability in sales to approach it from different angles every time you set out to do a sale. So you have that flexibility to use your creativity to your advantage. Now, the second thing I wanted to talk about is the spin. And this is something you hear a lot, especially with politics nowadays. The media is the spin. When something happens, or there's a negative, or there's this negative perception on a story, what a PR person does or the media does is they try to spin it in favor of the perception that they want to give. You want to do the same thing in sales. So what a good salesman does is, and particularly when overcoming an objection, they take anything that might be considered negative and turn it into a positive. So if there's, for example, like a fee involved, you're telling them that by actually paying that fee, it's a good thing because it's saving them money in the long run, or something along those terms. You just want to be able to take the negative and spin it into positive. So if they had a bad experience with a similar product or service that you're selling, great. That's a perfect opportunity for you to come in and spin it. You had a bad experience. I totally understand. That's terrible. That's why you should definitely go with my product today, because we want to show you that we're not like that company that you had a bad experience with. We do things differently. We have better service. We have a better product. So it's a great opportunity for us to prove to you that just because you had that one negative experience in with a similar product or service, this is a great chance, Mr. Jones, for us to prove to you why we're the leader in the industry. So you take that negative connotation, that negative perception, and you spin it into something positive that shines a positive light on your own product or service. So anytime something comes at you that the prospect or customer might feel as negative, you want to take that and turn it into reasons why it's actually a positive, and that's the spin. So number one, obviously, is, make sure you take problems, stop thinking of them as obstacles, think of them as, how do I create this solution? Number two is the spin. And then number three, this is the part that I've been mentioning throughout the whole video, is be creative. Like, that's the best part about sales. You have this freedom to be creative. If you're a creative person, I think of sales as an art. So you have the ability and the flexibility to be creative and do things the way that come natural to you, and really let your personality shine through the way that you conduct yourself in the sales game. So be creative. I mean, look at things from different angles, different perspectives. A lot of times in sales, especially for people that have been doing it for a while, our mind, and psychology, you can find this all over psychology books, we have reactions to certain things. So we have a canned response that our brain goes to immediately when we hear a certain thing. What you need to do to become a better salesman and to get more sales is to be able to stop that canned response from coming out and look at it from a different angle. Because if you're using that canned response over and over and over and it's not working and it's leading to a no sale or not interested, at the end of the day, it's not working. But your brain has just used it for so long because you learned it when you were first learning how to sell the product or service. It was something that was in a book that told you this is the way to respond, or you heard other people doing it, so then you started using it. So what I implore you to do is be more creative. Come up with some different things. Think of it from different angles and perspectives. Come at it from different ways. Like I said, let your personality shine through while using the structure of the sales process that you were taught, be creative inside of it. Say different things. Push yourself a little bit past the comfort zone of just spitting out that thing that you would normally say and switch it up. Come with something new. Try a different angle. At the end of the day, like I said, this is a numbers game and you have unlimited at-bats. So make sure that you're testing and using different things so you can find out what works for you in certain situations, and then that's where you start to develop your own flow, and that's where your personality comes through, which then in turn makes you more authentic and genuine. So, you know, it's really important to be creative. Guys, try it out. You know, use your personality, because when you use your personality and you're creative and you're coming up with different things, it makes it more fun. It makes you more authentic and genuine. And the guest, the customer, the prospect, they can feel that. They can feel that they're talking to a real person. And you'll be surprised when sometimes you come up with something that's pretty witty and good and, you know, comes from a different angle, and you start to change minds. People who would have probably said no when you gave them that canned response now are like thinking about it a little bit more and, okay, yeah, I see where you're going with that. Then they might start asking more questions, and then you're that much closer to the sale. So guys, number one, stop looking at problems as obstacles. Look at them as ways to find solutions. That one's super important, because we've been taught for so long, you know, a problem is a problem, and we don't think of a problem as an opportunity to find a solution. So number one, find the solution. Come up with the solution. Figure out what your main problems that you're getting are, your main objections and obstacles, and come up with 2, 3, 4, 5 different ways that you can solve that problem, because it might be different for every single prospect or customer, the way that you can solve it that makes sense for them. So sit there and write out the main problems that you're coming across, and then come up with several solutions. The good thing about sales, and I'll keep this really short, it's not like mathematics. In math, 2 + 2 = 4. So there's only one answer. Sales is a different game. Sales, there's a bunch of ways to answer something. There's many answers. There's many ways to solve the problem. It's not always 2 + 2 = 4. There's not just one answer. There's several answers. So figure out multiple ways to solve the problem that your guest might have. Number two, the spin. Take anything that might be perceived as negative, spin it to a positive, show them why it's actually a good thing and not a bad thing. And then number three, be creative. Guys, let your personality show. You know, work within the sales process, but be an individual, be authentic, be genuine, and be creative. Come up with good ways to solve these problems. So guys, I appreciate your time today. I hope that everyone is taking these tips. I hope we're all growing together. This community is to increase sales and increase income. So guys, if you liked the video, please like, subscribe, leave some comments, give us the problems that you're having. The community will answer them. You can send them to my email, but I appreciate it if you really did like it. If you really want to hear more content, please like, subscribe, be a part of our community, and guys, go out and sell something. Thanks.